Colin, we're back again, and this topic is really right up your alley, even more than mine. It's about how do you hire a country manager and double your sales output? How do you find a country manager that gets it, put them in the US, and doesn't make it, they double down on it? How do you find that person? Do you have to grow them?
Yeah. I'm really glad that we're having this conversation because it's an area that I'm extremely passionate about. And I come from a sense of not just experience, but the mistakes that people make. You know, Ed, to challenge your thinking about this, it's not just about hiring the right type of country manager because it takes two to tango. You can hire the best possible person, but if there's a complete disconnect with you as a business, that person's never ever going to perform. That where it takes two to tango is if you want to hire the best people that are existent out there, A players are aspirational people. You yourself need to be an aspirational company. And if you don't think of yourself as an aspirational company, then this is one of the reasons why I like people to speak with you, Ed, so they actually know how to proposition themselves on why are we special? What is the problem that we solve? Why are we solving this problem now? What are we going to be changing about the world? If you are a company that can position themselves like that, that's half the battle. The other half then comes down to the country manager. Now, we've spoken ad nauseum about this. In my personal opinion, stick to hiring people from startups. They know exactly how to build a startup and they get RevOps. They get the coming together of customer success, partnerships, sales, marketing, as well as PR, because they can start as first person on ground, are going to know the exact chaotic nature of a startup. They've got crystal clear value proposition from the first part that I was mentioning, but they also know how to build that ecosystem, indirect sales, some PR to promote themselves, some sales, a marketing and lead generation engine. From there, momentum builds further momentum. And that is how I see companies double their revenue far ahead of what was the original anticipated plan.
Because they have everything.
Correct.
They're doing everything. And we know the ship has sailed. It is out of the port and it's halfway in the Pacific. That you hire a country manager, and we've seen this every week, every month. You hire the country manager, they have good sales process, good organizational skills, and they don't dive into the fact that we're in a digital world, digital sales, digital engagement, and everything has changed. So a really good country manager, and I've seen you do this, has to have a set of architectural design in their mind and intuition, because when they hire the good salespeople, if they don't have kick-ass content based on that ICP, that ideal customer prospect, I don't care how good they are. So you're really asking for them to have extraordinary judgment. I think the content's one of the biggest challenges. I don't know if you agree with that.
I completely agree with it, because if you're just putting out generic content, I suppose, whether it be on LinkedIn or whatever the ether is, even in your presentation, you need to understand the psychology behind why people buy. If you're selling a piece of software, you really need to understand, why is this person even meeting with you? It's not because we think that we can improve this. There is an underlying need that right now, let's just say processes are slow in the business. We know that we're taking 40 steps to complete an action, whereas that could be cut down. Why is that important? Because it impacts on productivity. Why is that important? Because it impacts on revenue. Why is that important? Because the more revenue that we're getting, the less that we're spending on research and development, the greater it is that either our stock price is going to grow or the greater that our valuation is. So now we're talking about what a person's innate self-interest is. An A player for a country manager can understand what a person's innate goal and drive is. Companies don't understand this. Right. If they did, they would be successful.
They are a multifaceted, multidisciplinary animal. I love that. It's a great topic. We want to talk a lot more about this, especially the US and where they're bringing people in. This is Ed Golod, Straight Talk, and I'm here with my partner. There we go. Thanks again.